So, an upgrade that I've recently done to this LTD M50FR reverse headstock guitar is I have replaced these with these Kaish, however you say it, with that brand of Floyd Rose saddles and fine tuners and those. I also, just for giggles, grabbed some of these Monster Bolt to replace those Monster Bolt brand nut screws. And they are stainless steel. And let's go over a little bit of the differences and what led me to it. So this is, as you can see, an LTD by Floyd Rose setup. And really what that is it's a Floyd Rose special. It's like, well, what's a Floyd Rose special? Well, a Floyd Rose special is a cheaper version of the original Floyd Rose. And what makes it cheaper is that the saddles are made out of zinc or some sort of pot metal, and so is the block underneath, rather than, oh, nice, there's my finger, rather than some nicer metal. The original Floyd Rose is going to have steel saddles, which are more stable, and they're going to have a brass block. Well, I've already got the big fat brass block upgrade in this, and I actually already had the titanium of these little saddle blocks, which is what's in it now. But this set came with some nice stainless steel ones. And yeah, let's go over some slight differences. First of all, they're a very nice match this length from that direction to that direction. They are, and they're staggered just like the originals that were on it, meaning one is a smaller height and then it goes up a little bit and it goes up a little bit and then and then it goes down. What it does is it makes a 14-inch radius. Same with that nut up there, by the way. And let's see, is that focus better? Okay. So what I'll point out the differences is, so yes, these are about 2 millimeters taller than the set that was on the essentially Floyd Rose special. For me, all I needed to do is take these two nuts and take these two nuts, yeah, and twist them down to bring the bridge down a little bit. For somebody with a non-routed Floyd Rose, that might be an issue. You might not be able to get that back, that 2 millimeters or so. One other difference, and this is kind of a con in my opinion, is this screw is longer on the original. And I think that's actually more suitable because if you can see, these screws here don't really give you a lot of playroom here. And if you have an intonation tool like this one, you'll know that getting it in here, getting it in these areas is a little tough, so the longer screw is better. And as you can see, there's plenty of room back here from here to here. Another difference is you can see that there is a little bit of a chamfer right there. And there's not much of one on these. There's a little bit. What that does is it allows, as you bring your intonation back, it allows there to be more room for it to go up and down on that hinge when it comes up to this angle here. Right now, I'm back about as far as you can go, before you start running into problems as you try to screw this thing down. And so this is actually my complaint with all of them, even this one, is they could cut a little bit more off that backside so it would look more like that and give you a lot more essential throw. Yeah, so that's a slight difference, which in this case didn't really affect me too much and only would affect this string. But honestly, even if it was cut back more on all of them, any of the brands, including that one, it would always just give you more throw with these screws, which comes up to my next point. And by the way, all these threaded perfectly, just like they're supposed to. So the replacement for this is the same thread. This is the same thread as that. And these here are the same threading. So the next one is this fine tuner, and you can see how much seemingly more quality those are. But you'll see there is a little recess right in here where there's no threading. You know, that doesn't do anybody any good here. It's definitely a nicer machining job. You see, whereas this one has threading, you may as well have threading all the way through here. It's just better that way. But these also had a little tip about the same width as that little space there on the end. That was again doing absolutely nothing for this system. Again, cool. It was cool. It made it look really nice, but it actually didn't have a functionality. It took away from the functionality, which would be my biggest chief complaint about this setup, which is actually pretty small. For me, all I did was ground that nub off on my grinder and got that back. But originally, this would have been sticking up about that far, leaving you very little down tuning ability with this fine tuner, and give it to where you didn't have a lot of tuning ability before that bottomed out. So with a handy grinding, I was able to take that down without disturbing the threads. And now they're sitting in there pretty nice. I definitely have some ability to, move that down. Well, it's not going to move down before it bottoms out here. But I probably will come and grind that off at some point, at least on this one. But other than that, that is really the differences that a person might find using this brand, this particular setup, to replace their saddles. And yeah, there's the original zinc saddles, which were just kind of crummy. And I like it a lot better as far as how it plays differently. There is a stabler feel. There's I think a better transfer, I know my tuners seem to track the sound better. And the only difference is that I put these on. So the stainless steel seems to matter. The better material seems to matter. Also, the first Floyd Rose I ever owned had these stupid, cheap zinc ones. And the first thing I did was over tighten that. And next thing you know, it just stripped it right out. You'll have less likely of a chance of stripping these threads out with a better material like stainless steel or titanium or something like that. I know they make tungsten blocks. I don't think they make a tungsten setup like this, but I might be wrong. The sky's the limit if you got the money, I'm sure. So yeah. So, well, that's it. Try to keep it under 10 minutes. I hope that did something for you guys. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of it. Peace out. Happy playing.